Hey everyone, today I'm going to be answering a fundamental question that gets asked so much on all the forums, Facebook, anywhere where there's discussions about campervans, and that is, should I buy a partly built campervan, or I've just bought a partly done campervan, what's next? So, partway through the pandemic, somewhere between lockdown 1 and lockdown 2 I think it was, Whiskers went out and bought a 52 plate Iveco Daily partly done campervan. Now, he picked it up at a bargain price of 1200 quid. If you look in previous videos, you've seen the state of the window that we had to replace. That was just one problem with it. But realistically, at 1200 quid, it was a decent price, whether it was partly done or not, in the current climate, with COVID tax included. But was it a good buy, getting it partly done? Should you get a partly done campervan? This is the issue I want to address with you today. So, on the face, these campervans might look wonderful. Alright, you're going to walk in, look around it, nice bed there, bit of a kitchen there, maybe a fridge, maybe there's a night eater underneath somewhere. You know, all these things that you could be thinking, this is brilliant, all these things are included, wonderful. But you've got to ask yourself, why is the person selling this van? Why are they letting this van go at the right money? With COVID tax, you know, vans are fetching such a good price. If it's done right, why is it not getting a better price? Why are you getting a bargain? So, Whiskers built on the original van to start with. He built it all, finished it off from what was already started, and went out and used it. I thought it's alright, this van. A few little niggly issues, but as you know, as far as he was concerned, him and his family were out enjoying it. It cost him next to nothing to get himself set up on the road and out camping. Brilliant. That's all you need. You don't need fancy gadgets, gizmos, you know, all this stuff that we're putting into vans. If you can get out and enjoy your van and enjoy some time away with your family, then that's all that matters, right? Wrong. After a while, Whiskers decided he didn't like the layout. So he started taking it back out and moved the layout around. When he started taking things out, he started noticing things. The diesel heater was fitted under the driver's seat. When he took it out, he realised they'd not even mounted it on a plate. Never mind a turret, it wasn't even mounted on a plate. It wasn't even sealed to the floor. This is just beyond dangerous, alright? No seal to the floor means that exhaust gases, carbon monoxide, can be leaking up back into your cab, and then you're staying asleep for a lot longer than you expected to that night. Not only that, but his diesel heater, the exhaust and the combustion were drilled through the floor and through his subframe of his van. Alright? Obviously that's not ideal. That shouldn't, I can't even begin to explain how wrong that is. So then he moves on. He decides it's time to rip this van out, back to bare metal, and start from fresh. So everything that he's done up to now is all but wasted. As he takes the van out, he finds the insulation comprises of a bit of bubble wrap, some gym mats, polystyrene, and rot wool. Not one part of the insulation was done properly. None of it. He was running that diesel heater that was dangerous on so many levels, constantly, just to keep the van warm. There was freezing. We'd go out in our vans, we'd put our diesel heater on for 20 minutes before we went to bed, and our van was holding the heat because our van was insulated correctly. His van that he thought was insulated correctly was just letting heat out of every single possible place because the insulation was just complete and utter pointless. The second note, there was no sound deadening. Although this is not a necessity, now he's redone his van, he says he cannot believe the difference when he's driving down the road. Instead of driving in a tin can wind tunnel, it feels like he's driving in a limousine in comparison. On top of that, there was just all sorts of other issues. A dodgy skylight that was leaking. The window that, if you watch the window fitting video in previous videos, was terrible. You know, it was fitted, it was a caravan window just stuck onto the side. The wiring, not one bit of the wiring in that van was either in a conduit, was clipped back anywhere, was the correct wire to be using. No fuse board. Cables for such as the solar panel, such as it was, and the diesel heater were just trapped into the battery terminals instead of actually just physically wired into something, literally just trapped inside the battery terminal and then pushed on. That's how they was wired in. There was nothing good about the van. Now, I'm not here telling you that every single van that you're going to buy, partly done by somebody, is going to be terrible and crap. There's a lot of people on the self-build groups that are doing the job properly, they're doing the job right. But what I am saying is, if you are going to buy a partly done camper van, don't build on it. You need to check what is being hidden behind what they have put in. You can't just assume that the job's been done properly. For your safety, for one. So like I said, I'm not here to say that every part done camper van on the market is bad. I'm not here to say that every camper van that's been sold on eBay is bad. I'm just saying, for your sake, for your family's sake, remember that during this pandemic, there's a lot of people building camper vans, a lot of people getting bored of building camper vans because they've gone back to work, you know, and a lot of people selling crap. Please, when you buy a van, take some time and have a good look, all right? When you get it home, take a few panels off, see what the insulation's like, see how the electrics have been run, see how the plumbing's been run. Is the gas in a gas safety locker, or has it just been chucked in the garage with a strap round it? Is the diesel heater mounted correctly? Is it safe? Remember that you, your family, your children, your pets are going to be sleeping in this van. If anyone's close enough to us, which is North Lincolnshire, obviously United Kingdom, bring it in. If you've just bought a van and you want it to, you're a bit unsure, fetch it in. Come and see us, I'll give it a once over. And I'm not doing that because I'm going to tell you it's all falling apart and you need to have this and this done, and I'll happily do it for you, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. Because I'm not busy, I probably won't be able to do that. However, I can at least point out the dangerous stuff and say, that's dangerous, that's dangerous. You can wait for me to do it, but if not, there's a guy over there, there's a guy over there, there's a guy over there. Just get somebody to fix it. Or, I might say, I tell you what, you've got an absolutely brilliant van there. But the fact of the matter is, you need to make sure that these vans are safe. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me for today. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, drop me a comment in the comment section. We'll see you again soon.